Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Supercholatemilkshake, and I am here playing the Shake It Up Jam 2026 games this year. Now, of course, when it comes down to it, there is one game that I was not able to play. By the way, yes, I am going to be playing these all in one video, so yes, it's not going to be a very short one, and more than likely, it's probably going to end out coming out after I announce the results on the 18th, so yeah, but I'm working on a bit of another project right now. I kind of figured I'd take a break on it and try to do these videos because, you know what, I needed to get done with it. No, I did not get my room very clean before the deadline, so yeah, I feel bad about this. Shoot. Yeah, I'm sorry, I feel a little bit embarrassed about this. Don't mind me drinking my green drink. Anyway, there is one game that I'm going to give an honorable mention to. I will play it later when he releases it, but it is Void Walker. And honestly, they submitted the game, but they did not, well, they submitted a page, but they did not submit a game. However, here's the thing. I'm not going to immediately disqualify it because they have no game. I will try to play it later on my channel. I will keep it in mind. I will add it to a list of things that I need to do and complete and accomplish. And also, another thing I also wanted to do before this video got out was also create a new intro scene, but that never happened, so yeah, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress right now. Pretty much everything is. And yes, the reason why I'm only getting... And also, just so you know, I'm recording this like maybe 2 days before the voting period ends, too. Okay, look, my brain is like is like a jackrabbit right now. It's going all over the place. But when it comes down to it, the reason why it took me so long to get to playing these games is because last week was a rough week. And actually, this day, today, was also a very rough day as well. In fact, when it comes down to it, after work, I immediately just went out and bought some bags of Cheetos, which I know I shouldn't have gotten, but, you know, I did anyway because it was like, I need something to distress. So, you know, maybe I should have done some baking instead, but I don't know. Anyway, neither here nor there. The real truth is that basically I am here, I am now playing your games, and again, Void Walker gets an honorable mention. I will be playing it much later when they have it released, okay? Unfortunately, this means that it will not get a ranking because there is no game to rank, but I do like the concept. Actually, a lot of you guys actually had a lot of fun with this, with the themes this year of invisible and observation, actually. So, yeah, it's like the platforms are invisible, you must use observation sonar to find them. You know, and actually, I kind of like that idea, you know, where with the Void Walker, basically. It's actually kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of, like, that one scene from Indiana Jones, you know? I think we all are familiar with that one scene from The Last Crusade. The Last Crusade, basically, where basically it was just like the leap of faith step, and basically all it was just an optical illusion. It was just like the whole chasm painted on to a floor, and you had to tread carefully or else you'll fall off, you know, that sort of thing. Like, I mean, I thought that scene was actually pretty cool. But anyway, neither here nor there. So anyway, with that little shout out of the way, I am going to get right into the first game, which is, or well, the first game that we can play, which is Formula RPG. Alright, starting off with Formula RPG. Alright. Did that switch to flashing? Thought I set that to a fade. Good grief, give me a moment here. Oh well, actually I might as well also turn on these lights too and add a little bit more foreground. Actually, you know what? I could probably do this. There we go. Give me a second. There we go. Now we don't have that flashing light in the back. Actually, I think it probably can tone down this upper light up here, because I think that's what's causing it to fade out. There we go. Is that better? That's better. That's much better. Alright. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Anyway, alright. So, with that out of the way, let's get right into this game, shall we? New game. Okay, so my first name, last name... country and racing team name, huh? Mm-hmm. Wait, what? Why won't it? Okay, there we go. There we go. And then country. Don't ask why I put down Germany, okay? Look, I know I'm from the United States, but let's just say I'm a little disappointed with my own country right now, okay? And leave it at that. Alright, and then racing team name. Chocol. Ah, no! I can't do this! Ah! I was gonna put down Super Chocolate Racers, but I guess that wouldn't work. Let's just put down... No. What's up with this? Why do fields have to be so limited? Alright, let's just go. Sure, Shake Racing. There. We'll leave it at that. New game settings. Resolution. Oh! Okay. 10, 20, sheesh. They got nothing smaller than this? Wow, okay. Normally, I tend to record in, like, a 720p a 720p, depending on my computer can handle it, though I'm pretty sure this PC can handle that, to a 1600 by 900 window, but that's only because I really like to save hardware resources. For multiple different reasons, you know? I mean, again, I do more than just stream on this thing, you know? Or, well, it's also got to do the recording, too, so, okay. After a horrific crash of a decade ago, Roberto Mathias retired from racing and formed his own team, Shake Racing. But after years of heartbreak and 0 wins, the team is on a brink of bankruptcy. Roberto, desperate to keep his dream alive, is climbing back behind the wheel to ensure the survival of Shake Racing. Meanwhile, Johnny Window, a young mechanic for the team, is thrust into the unthinkable, promoted straight from the garage to the cockpit as the team's second driver, a movie almost never seen in the world of elite motorsport. Okay. Or wait, as a move. I don't know why I saw that as a movie. Roberto, hey kid. Since you're using my car for the race tonight, I have a couple questions for you. What do you find the most exciting? Street racing movies, professional track racing, taking the bus. Wait, what? Okay, so street racing movies increases focus, professional track racing increases composure, and taking the bus increases aggression? Wow, how does taking the bus increase aggression? Okay, I think I'll go for professional track racing. Okay. What type of road calls to you? A mountain pass? A city grid or an open highway? A mountain pass. When cornering, what are you thinking? Is there a shortcut? Reactions. Watch this drift braking. Racing line, racing line, racing line. Racing line. Ah! Okay, don't look! Look away! This is flashing, okay? I'll let you know. There will be a warning on the screen before this, okay? I am so sorry. Hopefully you got your eyes closed. Alright, so vehicle info. Infogen V684, dual compound. 5-speed manual, balanced. Okay, overall level 1 out of 40. Chapter 1. Thrust your first race since turning over from a young garage mechanic. You're only expected to finish the race and support Roberto. This next race to earn XP stats. Kenny's advice, keep it balanced, kid. There's not much you can improve upon with your current setup, so... Whoops, that's settings. Okay. Leaderboard, profile, vehicle, teammate. Wait, what's vehicle? Okay, let's see. I can't see anything! Are the gears shifting fast enough? Okay, let's see. What do I do to... Okay, brakes, suspension. Oh. Want to swap engines or upgrade? Oh, okay then. I got $1,000. Maybe I should just keep it, Maybe I should just keep it simple. Whoa! Okay. Okay, I don't know if this is a glitch with, wine, or if this is literally a glitch with Unreal right now. Or it's just a glitch, because this game did say it was pre-alpha, so... Yeah, I guess, bugs can be found. Review your teammate's stats and profile. Okay, I don't know where on earth... Okay, what... Oh, there we go. Window, overall, shake racing, okay. Okay, driver focus. Actually, I'd just go with Street Racer. Consume XP. What the heck? Okay, weird. Let's just start race. Hopefully this works. Wait, can I use a controller for this? Or, okay, simulate race or start race. Racing league number 3. Okay, first race, taking over, downforce, balance, top speed. I'll just keep it balanced, like they said. Tactics, safe, precision. Okay, let's just go precision. Okay, simulate race. Let's see. I placed 20th? I placed 20th? And that's in the good old land of Oz! Oh, that sucks. Like, okay, that sucks, that sucks, that sucks, that sucks. Well, at least we got 7th as a team, but still, that sucks. Okay, so maybe I should try upgrading the vehicle just a little bit. Oh. I'll see what I can do about the upgrading the engine. Ooh, V6? Nope, V10, V12, V10. Wait, what? What engine do we have in here already? A V8? We have a V8 in here already? Which, I mean, I find it a little bit weird considering that a V6 is available here. Okay, so... Let's just go for the V10. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, V1099, V1097, or V1003. Let's go for 03. Insufficient funds? Oh, you suck. But what about the V... Well, actually, I don't think we're going to have enough. If we can't have the funds for a V10, what makes you think we could get a V12? Sheesh. Okay, 1523. V6 hybrid. Insufficient funds. Insufficient funds. Really? That's, the only... Okay. Whoops. I don't know why my Steam announcements are popping up, but they shouldn't be. Okay, we'll just go with that. There we go. And we're... There we go. Dual compound. Yeah, we'll upgrade those. Okay, now I think with these finances, let's just go into the next race. Man, oh man, I cannot see our car. Okay, so basically when it comes down to it, this is what they mean about invisible observation, I guess. Tactics, safe, precision, aggression, guns, composure, braking. Okay, I think let's go top speed. On throttle, and well, we'll go balanced. Aggression, precision. I think I'll go for precision again. Let's see how this goes. 20th again. Oh, good grief! Either this is bugged or it's rigged, or it's both. Okay, so I really do need to up my game here. Sheesh, Louise. Maybe this whole thing should be just an LLC warning. I mean, holy cow, I don't know why on earth this is flashing like this. Sure, I'll do that. Okay. Now, I think I blew most of my money on that, so there we go. Let's see how this goes. Oh, we're in Japan now. That looks like the same track as it was before, though. Top speed. No? Downforce? I'll go balanced. Precision. Let's go aggression this time. Actually, you know what? If that's the case, we'll go stiff suspension. Actually, nope, never mind. We'll try to go for as much cornering as we can here. We'll go off throttle. Okay, and then top speed. I suppose this would work. Simulate the race! Let's go! Let's win the race! Let's win the race! Let's win, let's... Composure and confidence. Maybe I should be keeping that in mind. Whoops! Okay. Let's try this again, okay? Okay, so... Actually, I don't have many money to upgrade right now, so... I think I've upgraded myself a little bit to a hilt, so... Keys to victory, composure, and confidence. This is the same track as it was before. It needs to be expanded by quite a bit. That's for certain. So, composure... Okay, so... Aggression... Okay, how do I add back to composure? Ah! There we go! Simulate! This should work! Okay, I guess I need confidence. I guess I need to change something on my profile. Give me a quick second here. Return to garage, because I am not making much money right now. Yeah, $25. Nope, that's not much money. Okay, so... overall, street racer, competitor... Vintage racer, test driver. There we go. Let's just consume all the XP, and hopefully this will net me some wins. Okay, what kind of flag is this? What country is this again? I have no idea. Alright, so... -4 composure. Okay. Well, shoot. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the composure thing, because, apparently I'm always in the negative with this. And let me guess, I'm going to place 20th. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think it needs a little more polish. A lot more polish. Ugh. If it wasn't for the other guy, I probably would be doing well right now. I'm sorry about the whole flickering lights thing here. I don't know what's going on with this. It could be either an issue with the drivers, it could be a wine issue, it could be a both issue, really. But I don't know. Unreal has always been kind of finicky with Linux, so... I mean, in fact, I'm kind of actually amazed that I didn't need Steam to run this, actually. And I can't open up my teammate info, so, you know, I guess that's still in beta. How... Okay, I think... Oh, okay. Now I sank all my money into upgrades. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, look, back in the US of A. So how do I add composure to this? Or was I screwed from the very beginning? Because apparently all these racetracks take composure, which is something I do not have. I think I screwed myself over from the very beginning. Oh, wait. Oh. 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 Okay. Unfortunately, though, I don't know where on earth my confidence is, but okay. Simulate the race! Let's win the race! Let's win the race! Let's win! Let's win! Let's... Okay, I think I've had enough. I think I've seen enough here, I mean, honestly. I know I probably should keep going at this, and maybe I might on my own time, but honestly, I need to keep moving on because I do have other games to record tonight, and I'm going to be trying to do this all in one video, all in one go. So, you know, I'm just going to move on to the next video, okay? The next part, okay? Not bad. Has a lot of bugs and issues and glitches that you probably need to figure out. Also, I do think that the race simulation could be done a little bit better, too. Actually, some of these RPG elements need a lot of balancing and fine-tuning, but then, of course, you know, RPG, like, there's not much you can do about it. Like, you have to work with what you're given, and, you know, you don't throw a fit. I understand that. But, you know, at the same time, I think that some more time, effort, and polish, and you might have something that might be interesting here. Honestly, it's also kind of an interesting take. I actually wasn't expecting to have that kind of take with invisible and observation. Though, granted, though, I mean, it kind of fits, but not 100%. So I'm going to give it my rating right now, and then I'm going to submit that, and then I will push forward into the next game. So, okay, got that one rated. Now it's time to move on to the next one, which is Sonar. Not this one, but this one. Oh, hello, this is in a full screen. Start. Okay, wait. Oh, do I move with the... Okay, I gotta take a look. Where is the instructions here? Okay, and D. Oh, you can use the D-pad too. Okay. X PlayStation, A Xbox, B control, and then E on keyboard. Okay then, so... Actually, I'm already liking the graphical style of this. Let's see, where is my controller? Ah, here it is. Ah, here's my good old Logitech Pro controller. Oh, D-pad, okay. Restart? Oh, right. Aha. Oh. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oops, I just ran into a key. Okay, so... Whoops. Okay. Ah! I did not mean to run into... Okay. This is gonna take some memory, but... I mean, I'm gonna have to... Oh, you can double jump. Okay, cool. You can double jump. Ah. Okay, I really need to quit running into that first spike. I do remember it's there. It's just, I keep forgetting that it's there. Okay. Ouchie. Well, this is actually kind of a cool idea, though. I mean, actually, the charge system is actually kind of interesting, and it also kind of... The limited resources, it kind of inspires some creativity. Okay, the controls could use a little bit of fine-tuning, though. The character is just a little bit slippy. Maybe some analog controls might do it some good. Which, you know, can be easily added, because, you know, I mean, these kind of controllers do have analog sticks. I do find the D-pad to be a little clunky to play with sometimes with these games, but not all the time, not all the time. Ooey. Okay, I think if I remember correctly, there was a spike all the way up there. I think I'm almost standing on top of it. Okay, so I need to go over, under, over. I knew it! Okay, so jump. Oh boy, this is gonna be needle and thread. Ah! I knew it! Ah! Okay, well, looks like I'm starting back over from the beginning again. Whoopee! That's the one thing I love doing in games, is starting all the way back from the beginning. Whoopee! Oh well, I mean, nothing like good old-fashioned trial and error, right? Over, under, ah! Okay, here we go. I mean, okay, this is actually a pretty cool idea on invisible and observation here, okay? Like, honestly, having to use the sonar and having limited charges with the sonar, it's actually kind of a useful idea. Though, granted, I guess it can be a little bit abusable a little bit later on, as you can imagine. Okay, don't. Okay, this is a leap of faith. Okay, now I know... Whoop! Okay. I know I'm standing right in front of some spikes. Yes, I knew it. Okay. Don't ask, don't mind. I get a little bit... I make weird noises when I get frustrated sometimes. Look, at least it's not like ultra mega stressed. I mean, then of course I start singing. You don't want to see me when I sing. I'm terrible. There we go. Okay, here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. That's okay. Oh, I know I got spikes right here. Yes. Okay. And then I got spikes right there. Okay, so how do I do this? I'm gonna use an extra! Ouchie! Maybe I suppose... Well, you know what? Jump first, then move. Jump first, and at the height of your jump, then move. Let's see if that works. That should probably work. You can move mid-jump, right? Yes, you can. Good. Though, granted, it does feel like the character kind of launches forward, so... Yeah, again, like I said, something like analog control and maybe adjusting the controller just a little bit so it isn't so sensitive would probably do some wonders here. I mean, it's not like you can't get used to it, because you can. It just takes a while to get used to it, you know? And it causes one too many incidental deaths. Okay. Ah! Like that one! I didn't mean to do that! Oh boy. I've got a long ways to go with this game, don't I? I got a long ways to go. Okay, I think I can finish this within the time frame that I got. Ooh, ah. Thank you, you got me singing. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Ah! Come on! I even saw it right there! Okay, so far, I am doing so good with memorizing all this. It's just the rest of it that I take that back. I'll take everything back. I suck. I suck big time. My memory is so bad. It's so faulty. It is a... It is a beeswax polished coconut that retains absolutely nothing, you know? I mean, just absolutely nothing. I mean, what do I know? Absolutely bubkiss. Review right now, test next week. What do I know? Bubkiss. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Okay, so we got 3 charges. That's good. And... Okay, so what do I do here? Like I said, the character could probably use a little bit of a controller adjustment. Like, it could be, like, a little slower, I think, personally, in my personal opinion. But that's neither here nor there. At least you didn't do anything evil and put spikes right there. I mean, you know. Or at least have random spikes spawn invisibly. I mean, if you did that, then I don't know what I would do. Like, honestly, in that case, I would say the game's unfair and needs more charges. You need to charge more! Because you're underselling yourself! Oh, boy! Oh, boy! Okay, now I'm regressing. I am regressing, folks. I am regressing. This is something that happens a lot, okay? I mean, I thought I had a handle on these controls. Apparently I did. Apparently I did not. They're a little loose, I will admit. They are just a little loose. I mean, sure, don't get me wrong, you'd still have a good time with loose controls, but for precision platforming, it gets a little bit harder to use, you know? Like, I mean, this is the reason why so many people liked Green Hill Zone from Sonic, but hated Labyrinth Zone. It's because how precise the controls are. Good grief. Good grief. Good grief. Yeah, I think I'm singing. There was also another game that was actually submitted to the Shake It Up Jam. I think... Oh, whoops. Did I forget that they had spikes up there? Did I forget? John, you know, you are the biggest idiot ever alive, you know? You are dumb. You might as well just change your name to Mud, you know? Because, I mean, seriously, that's what dumb is backwards. Just mud. 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 You are mud. You are nothing more than stuff that people step on the ground, gets stuck on your boot, and goes all practically everywhere. Because you know what? Mud out here in Wyoming does get everywhere. It's absolutely annoying as all blue blazes. You can't seem to wipe it off your feet no matter how hard you try. Even if you have those little carpets that have those little things that stick up and scrape off the bottom of your shoe / boot, you still drag in mud. Mud is just irritating out here in Wyoming, seriously. I mean, part of it's just because it's clay-based in nature. I almost made that one, too. That's the part that irritates me the most. I almost made that. No, this game shall not break my spirit, should not break my determination. I played a Getting Over It clone one time on this channel, so, you know. And well, okay, maybe for the month of the Shake, for the Shake It Up Jam, I forget which one it was, 2022, I think? No, 2023, no, it wasn't 2023, it was 2020, it was 2020-something, I remember that much, it was 2020-something. I know one of the years was disappointing, actually, I think it was last year, it was 2025, like, only one person submitted, and even then, the game was, well, actually, it wasn't even playable! That's the problem. This character only seems to have 2 speeds. 1 and 100 miles an hour. Well, I mean, 0 and 100 miles an hour. Let's be honest here, folks. Although I shouldn't be blaming the game for my own fault shortcomings, too, because there are some moments where it's like I keep forgetting to let up the control button, so that's my bad. I mean, there's nothing I can do to correct those mistakes besides what I can do to correct those mistakes, which, you know, absolutely makes me contradictory, and, you know, nothing makes sense anymore. Everything, you know, is wrong! I know it's possible. It should be possible. I'm pretty sure the guy wouldn't have done this if it wasn't possible. I mean, or, well, the person who made this game... by the way, I've actually been forgetting to mention the names of these people. I mean, whoopsies! Well, then again... Wait a second. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't have went through the review. The comments, though. Actually, somebody also is coming to the same exact conclusion that I came to. Which is the platforming feels a little off and bad because it's a bit too speedy and antic. The music and the sound effects are actually pretty good. And I do agree with that, too, actually. I am so happy. Folks, this is gonna take me a while. I know it is. Look, It's either the game breaks me or I break the game. And more than likely, well, actually, I don't know. Did you bug test this thing? I mean, I don't know all the bugs. I think there is a wall jump here, though. So there is. If that's an unintentional bug, then I guess that's an unintentional bug. But if you bug tested this game, then good job. I mean, wowee, I'm actually kind of impressed. Not too many people who do game jams really do that. Like, thoroughly bug test their games, you know? Heck, even I don't thoroughly bug test my games sometimes. Though, granted, I do try to make sure I deliver the most solid experience possible, but that's just me. That's just my preference. Okay. Oh, that's so close. I am just kissing the blade. Ah! And then I literally... okay, I kissed the first one. I ate the second one. Okay, here we go. I think checkpoints would also be wonderful here, too. I mean, okay, I get it. It's a game jam, and honestly, you didn't have time to drug test those. And you know what? I guess that's fair. Fair is fair. Checkpoints are kind of hard to initiate sometimes. But, you know, at the same time, I think some checkpoints will probably do this game wonders. Like, actually, I was going to go back to show an example, but apparently I guess the game doesn't want me to do that because I am an idiot and I am dumb. My name is Mud, and, you know, apparently this game is telling me who the heck is boss here. It's not me, apparently. I guess, you know, I mean, it's just like going, no, you cannot beat me. I am God. Oh, you are not in control. I'm the one who's running the show. I know I'm going to be doing some amazing Digital Circus references. I think I've done several so far, but I don't know. Are you guys counting this? Just as a curiosity. I just wanted to jump up onto the ledge! All I had to do was jump up onto the ledge! I mean, thankfully, it's like repetition. You keep doing it over and over and over again. But, you know, at the same point, it will drive a person insane at the end of the day. Okay. Oh, I was close. I was close. I was so very, 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 very close. Like I said, I think the character controller could be adjusted just a little bit. I think the speed probably could be decreased just a little bit. If not, well, actually, no, the speed probably should be decreased just a little bit. I do think that. That might help. That might help out a lot. You're kidding. You're kidding. I get past the choke point, I die past the choke point, and then I get stuck at the choke point again. I mean, honestly, you know, the very definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, expecting the same results. Okay, that one was on me. That one was completely and totally on me. Am I going insane? I don't know. But, well, actually, you'll probably know once I start singing some random songs. You know? You'll definitely hear me singing some random songs. I think I am going insane. Guys? Can you tell if you're going insane? Can you? Like, seriously. I mean, it's like, can the computer actually tell if it has a virus without having an antivirus tell the computer it's got a virus? Like, you know, seriously, how do you tell this stuff? How do you know? How do people define insane? Like, honestly, probably the most sane person you probably ever meet would be locked in a mental asylum, and the most insane people are out roaming about inside the streets. Actually, no, that does actually feel kind of accurate. Never mind. Shut up. Stay quiet. I guess I didn't want to be... I didn't want to go to there, okay? Seriously, I do not want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it, okay? We don't talk about Bruno. No. Actually, that was a... You know, considering that was coming shortly after Disney started meandering quite a bit, like, I gotta admit, Encanto was probably the last good movie that Disney ever made. I know a lot of people have sung a lot of praise to Zootopia 2, and honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I kind of want to watch it, but at the same time, I still feel kind of leery because, again, I know Disney is not doing very great when it comes down to making their own content. Because, well, you know, and sure, I mean, it's not like they don't have any good movies or games or anything like that coming out. Because, you know, I mean, hey, you know the old saying, a broken clock is only right twice a day, right? Oh, son of a gun. Hey, I'm forgetting about the spikes after those spikes, too, which is kind of scary. This is scaring me. This is scaring me. Oh, no, I have forgotten about the spikes that go beforehand. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to die. I'm going to die playing this game. I mean, yeah, I like the concept, and I like the idea, and actually, that's kind of cool. It also tickles your brain just a little bit, because it makes you... I mean, basically, you have to memorize the spikes, which, honestly, I think is a very clever take on the invisible / observation thing. Actually, you know what? I don't know if anybody would have asked me this, but what would my take would be on invisible and observation? And you know what I would actually have planned? Kind of a reverse observation duty, really. Where instead, you're the one that's causing all the anomalies to happen, basically. And you're trying to hide it from the person who is observing. Trying to keep it about as invisible as you can, you know? Being the person that's working in the background trying to get to the other guy. Wait, what? How did I die there? Oh, right! I forgot about the spikes there. I forgot about the spikes. Okay. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. I can't afford a marriage or buy a stylish carriage. But you would look sweet upon a seat of a bicycle made for two. Why is that song going through my head? Because again, I have the Amazing Digital Circus going through my brain right now. Well, that last episode was a doozy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna spoil it for you all because I would prefer you guys to watch it because it is that good. Like, honestly, I did actually like episode 1. I mean, I did think it could have used a little more expansion, and, you know, that was my own personal opinion and personal thoughts, but honestly, it was good enough to get me hooked, so... I mean, I sat down and watched episode 2 all the way through, and actually, heck, I even sat down... Actually, I've watched every episode up till this point, so... And I'm excited for episode 9. Found out that they actually are showing it in Casper. In fact, I can't wait to go see it, actually. I don't want to go to the theaters. Who am I? But if I had to cosplay as anybody, I'm cosplaying as frickin' Kinger, because he's the goat of the whole show. Okay? Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Okay. Like, honestly, I didn't care much for Kinger until episode 3. And then, after that episode, like, he immediately shot straight up the list for me. Like, I immediately fell in love with the guy. Like, seriously, 100%. Not just as a computer programmer, but you know what? As a character in general. Like, he had so much wisdom to share in that episode, and, you know, like, episode 6 also proved why I liked him so much. Same thing goes with episode 7 and 8, too. Like, he really does show really good characteristic traits. Okay, here we go. No! But you know what? Like, there was an amazing lore drop with episode 8, and honestly, I don't know where on earth they're going to go after episode 7. I mean, like, after episode 8, though. Like, again, I'm not going to spoil it all for you, because you got to go watch the episode to understand, but still, like, okay, let's keep talking the Amazing Digital Circus, so... no! Anyway, so, like I said, you really got to watch the episode to understand, because, like... I think it's really good. It is a fantastic episode from start to finish, and it really does show a lot about the Amazing Digital Circus, its origins, a lot about Kane himself. Like, I think episode 8 is primarily the Kane episode. 100%. Straight up. Legit. But I don't think, yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, I'm not going to say another word. I don't want to spoil it. But you know what? When it comes down to it, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do a theory video for it. Because, granted, as much as I wanted to, there we go, I don't... Ooh. Ooh. Oh! Like, I'm glad I didn't do a theory video for that, because I knew that Gooseworks was going to prove me wrong! I knew that I was going to get proven wrong almost every step of the way, because, actually, you know, this is how I was going to start my little video talking about the Amazing Digital Circus. All theorists, stop. Please. You're going to get proven wrong here. Like, if Gooseworks was willing to shoot people down with episode 7, then I can't imagine how she was going to react with episode 8 and episode 9. Like, yeah. I knew she was going to immediately shoot down anybody and everybody who was making all these weird and wacky theories about all these things. And you know what? In the end, I don't think it's going to matter very much either, because I think most of it's going to get shot down. Like, who on Earth? What on Earth was, well, okay, this is at the very beginning of the episode, but there was, like, a representation of 2 different AIs. What on Earth was the second AI? I don't know. Is it going to show up in episode 9? Probably not. Because, I mean, I really don't think it's going to show up in episode 9. Because I think Gooseworks is, again, going to shoot down anybody who wants to create any theories with it. You know? Okay, come on. I am starting to fail again. And you know, I was just talking about the Amazing Digital Circus and how amazing it was. Though, honestly, I am going to be a little bit upset, though, because you know what? That was the primary reason why I subscribed to Glitch and actually started watching Glitch. Though, to be fair, I guess if I had another project to go look forward to, it would be Knights of Guinevere. Like, honestly, I actually am excited for that show. Like, I know I am not exactly a horror guy per se, which is part of the reason why the month of scares may be so fun for you guys. And yes, I will be doing the month of scares again this year, because last year was a bit of a disaster. I had nothing planned out, and everything happened all at once. But this year, I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. I'm going to try and do something a little bit better. And it is 10 years still since I didn't do it last year. So, yeah, get ready for the 10-year anniversary of the month of scares. Okay, good. I don't think I want to thread that needle. Yeah, no way I'm threading that needle. Oy. Ah! Ah! I'm gonna have to call it quits here soon, because I can't keep doing this. I mean, I got another game to play, at least one more. I mean, thankfully it's an online game too, but still. Also made with the Godot engine, which, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Godot is actually pretty good when it comes down to engines. If I had to recommend an engine to anybody, I would definitely say Godot, for sure. Because I think it's probably the best engine so far. Because Unreal is going off the rocker. Because Unreal is quite literally becoming more of a movie engine than it is a game engine. And honestly, I do not like that direction, honestly. I mean, sure, it works fine for movies, and a lot of the tools that they have set up works good for, like I said, filmmaking, but I think it's like they looked at filmmaking and went like, let's just try to make this also work for games as well, without realizing that some of the techniques that go into film don't necessarily go into games, you know? Like, this is also the problem with trying to strive for hyper-realism, you know? You're never truly ever going to achieve it. Ever. I mean, this is coming from me as a programmer, from a programming stance. Even if you have the best possible hardware, and you use, like, the top tier AI, the stuff that you have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for, and waste millions of gallons of water for, like, yeah, no, it's not going to work. It's never going to become anything special, and it's not going to run on everybody's PC. It's just going to look awful, going to run awful, and it's never really going to achieve anything, which, you know, again, kind of makes me go like, you know, this is why you should strive more for stylism rather than going for realism, you know? Because that's the thing, like, having it realistic. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I'm hitting the trick! I hope I got the trick. But, you know, again, this is kind of the why you should go for stylism rather than realism, because, you know, like, I know as cool as trying to get realism into a game is, and I understand that some people want to have that realistic look. Here's the thing, realism kind of hit its peak years ago. And I know some people might think that this is backwards thinking, but it's kind of true. Like, when you take a look at the PlayStation 2 and what it did for realism, and then you compare it to the graphics of the PlayStation 3, the gap is just kind of minute. Like, when it comes down to it, sure, the PlayStation 3 had a finer fidelity to it, but... Okay, I really need to stop kissing that blade. Anyway, I know the PlayStation 3 had a finer fidelity to it, but, like, the... Oh, what was it? The PlayStation 3 had a finer fidelity to it, but it's like, there wasn't that much difference between that and the PlayStation 3. And sure, the PlayStation 4 might have stepped up a few things with reflections and all that other stuff, but even then, it also was like maybe just about a step up from the PlayStation 3, which again, kind of goes to show how little of a difference this actually is, you know? I mean, yes, you could probably achieve realism with all the ray tracing and such, but you know, at the same time, to what cost? To what avail do you do it? Like, you're just going to end up annexing most of your players when you do this kind of stuff. Oops, I did that by accident. I forgot the pattern. But, like I said, you're going to completely and totally annex most of your players when you do that kind of stuff, you know? You kind of, like, go like, hey, people, this is what I designed. Oh, if you don't have the hardware that's compatible with it, well, too bad. You're kind of SOL there. You're just completely and totally, yeah, you're left in the dust. You have to go out and buy a brand new PC and all that other stuff. And you know what? I don't know if you noticed, but PC parts are expensive. Like, even if RAM is dropping in price, like, and some storage mediums are also dropping in price, it doesn't necessarily mean that... Oh, there we go. I passed it. Okay. And I know there's like a spike right there, and I know there's some spikes right up there! Shoot. Okay, there we go. And I know that some of these hardware components are starting to drop in price, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're completely dropping in price, you know? And it doesn't mean that people are just going to have to go out and buy them either, because, you know, here's the thing. Most of these manufacturers are actually starting to suffer for their own transgressions, you know, for trying to invest in AI and, you know, giving us weak cards, or weaker than the previous generation's cards, you know? Because that's the thing, like, the 1050 is supposed to be, theoretically, the most powerful card that NVIDIA's ever made. And yet, somehow, the 4090 still manages to outshine it, which is very, very bizarre. But then, of course, that's because the 1050 relies on AI, you know? It relies on that artificial intelligence in order to make, like... It relies on AI in order to make those graphics work, you know? And that's the biggest issue right there. And because of the fact that it has to rely on the AI, and it does so natively, like, most of the power that you could be using to run games well at a decent frame rate without having frame generation on, wait, what killed me there? Okay, what killed me there? Anyway, without frame generation on, ends up looking like garbage, like smeared Vaseline on the screen, because they don't look very good. Like, they will stop looking the greatest that they could possibly ever look. And it will rely too much on all these other techniques, like temporal anti-aliasing, and, you know, all these other... Oops. I remembered the spike there, I just didn't remember to jump. I think we're going to have to call it quits here, though, because I do need to move on. So, anyway. Alright. I guess we could do this in full screen. There we go. Play. Let's see. Nope, can't use a controller with this. Whoa! Okay, where's the enemies? Wait a second. Is that the beacon? Oh! Ah! You lose! Aw, well that sucks. Okay, okay, charge. Oh! Well, maybe a little more health might be needed. Whoa! Yep. Oh, hey, hello! Uh-oh. Well, okay. I can definitely see where the invisible observation thing comes into play. Oh, okay. Okay. Actually, the music's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Ah, there we go. Got him. Where's the disc? 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 Ah, there's the disc. There's the disc, and I died. Okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, I guess this is the shortest game out of all of them so far, but oh well. Okay, so... Are you kidding me? Oh, well, I guess I'm playing one more time then. What? Now, of course, when it comes down to it, this is a twin stick, so, you know, personally, I think they should really have controller support for this. Because, you know, that's what a true twin stick's supposed to be about, you know? I mean, it's supposed to be using both sticks on your controller, you know? I think that would definitely help. Well, I mean, I think there could be a lot more polish done here. And I do think that this, while this disc idea is actually kind of cool, I do think it needs a little bit more work. Let's see. One thing I think would also be kind of cool, too, is that the enemies have a bit of collision. So that even if you don't see where you're firing, at least you can get the enemies still. Even if you're just shooting blindly in the dark. Like, I think that would be kind of cool. Okay, actually, never mind. That's actually a pretty good radius there. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's actually a fairly decent radius. You could dodge still. But, you know, like, something like this, I mean, I think having, like, the ability to shoot the enemies even when they're invisible might actually be a good idea. Now, I know that might be a little bit harder because collision detection and all that other stuff might be looking for something visible, but, you know, I mean, otherwise you're not doing too bad here. Though, granted, I think a score counter would also be good here, too. Maybe also having a bit of another radar that basically shows you which direction to look for... Oh, there we go. Got it. Which direction to look for the new disc. And I mean, even if you have it flash up for a brief moment, at least, as long as it's like, you can see it, and, there we go. Oh, well, like I said, as long as you have it flash up for like a brief moment, you probably could know where you're going to. And also, I think the background, well, I think if you were to go a little bit creative, maybe you could have it like in space, or something like that. And also probably have some, like, other fun little distractions, too, to dodge around, too, like asteroids and such as well. I think that would actually kind of add a little more depth to the game, but though it might make it a little more difficult. But if you want to do, like, a level system, then in that case, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Something to consider, of course. When it comes down to it, I do like the idea of the ships that are shooting at you, too. That also plays into the whole invisible observation thing. And I do think that it probably would work out really well, too, if you were to make it so that the ships could get destroyed if they're invisible. But at the same time, it's like they're a lot harder to hit. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that they're invisible, and granted, sometimes you'll just see these bullets flying out of nowhere, you know? Actually, you know what? What if we just made the invisible ships stay a bit off screen and then come charging at you when you expose them, you know? Maybe something like that. I mean, okay, I'm just thinking here. That's all. But honestly, I do kind of like how you're doing this, and honestly, it can be experimented around just a bit more and tweaked around just to figure out how to make things work, you know? I mean, this is just me being creative and being my own creative self and trying to work with something, you know? So anyway, yeah, I think you did a pretty good job here. Oh, well, looks like there is music after all. But anyway, I better give this game my rating. So here we go. Alright, so that was all the games that I had to play from the Shake It Up Jam this year. There is one other game that also was on here, but they removed it. But it was also submitted to another jam that said AI Game Jam, and when I asked them about it, I think they probably got cold feet and decided to remove it because they actually probably did use AI, despite the fact that their webpage said they did not use AI. I was skeptical of it because, again, they used it for an AI RPG game jam. But then, of course, they also submitted that game to, like, hundreds of other game jams, too. Not just mine. So, more than likely, it was probably just a scammer trying to get people to play their game, despite the fact that they were just submitting it to all kinds of random jams, whether if they fit the theme or not. Which, you know, I mean, hey, look, there's always going to be those bad actors out there, you know? There is no denying it. There's always going to be those types of people out there. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So anyway, yeah, I think the games were actually pretty alright this year. Actually, I kind of liked how you guys played up with the idea, and hopefully I'll get to see you all next year. So anyway, I'll see you all for the ranking videos. And of course, if you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Super Chocolate Milkshake, signing off.